Let's talk Minnesota Twins baseball. Boom, I kind of like that intro. Let me know what you think. We might keep doing that, but all right, let's get into today's recap. So there was a doubleheader today. Not really a doubleheader, but a mixed lineup, a split lineup, I guess is what you can call it. So the Twins played 2 games today. We're going to get right into the first one. I live streamed today. If you didn't see that, go check it out. It's on the channel, I believe. But if you didn't, I should be live streaming tomorrow. So I think the game is on tomorrow as well, so we should be back. But let's talk about today. Let's talk about what happened. So let me pull up. The first game we'll be talking about is the Boston game because I did not pay attention to that one as much. So Boston, Minnesota, I did see a couple of things on Twitter from today's game. We did end up losing. So, I mean, that's whatever. We are now 5-5 on the season, but we lost 7-9 in a kind of disappointing loss. It was a very high-scoring game, though. First couple of innings went pretty well. Let's check out the box score. So, Boston is 4-5. We're 5-5, but Ethier Andrianza, he led things off today. 3 at-bats, 2 hits, 2 runs. Good for him. Nick Gordon 0 for 2. Jake Cave 1 for 4. Jimmy Kerrigan 1-1-1, being 1 hit, run, and 1 at-bat. Astudillo, baby, came in clutch in the 3rd inning, I think it was, with a hit. Got an RBI out of it as well. Went 1 for 3. Brian, it's an interesting name right there. Naraveto, I think. 1 for 2 with a run and 2 RBIs. Good day for him. Krylov, baby, he was 1 for 3 with an RBI as well. And we could just skip down. Torreyes, Austin went 1 for 3. Torreyes went 1 for 2 with a walk. Jordani Valispin went 1 for 1. Or 0 for 1 with a walk. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run. Lamont Wade, I think it's French. 0 for 3. Rosales went 1 for 2 with a run, an RBI, and a walk. And then Raleigh, who was the other guy in the lineup to start, went 0 for 3. Man, you told me how to say this name earlier. Gonzalez. We'll go with that. He started tonight, went 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, so not bad. Chase DeYoung. This is a man who started the season. I can't really remember what his stats are, but they lost. 7 hits, 7 earned runs, 2.1 innings. That's bad. That's bad. I don't want to see that again. This is your last warning. Otherwise, you'll be off the team. Seriously, I would be considering it. Okay, anyways. The rest of the pitchers, Dario Alvarez. Let's turn off the heat so there doesn't get the background noise. Dario Alvarez went 0 for 2. He went 2 batters. 2 innings pitched, I guess I could say. 3 batters. He had 1 hit, 1 earned run. Nope, he didn't. He went 5 batters. Geez, okay, let me talk here. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. There we go. Mike Morin, 1 inning pitched, 2 strikeouts, and Andrew Vasquez went 1 inning, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. So that was the first game. Not much I can really talk about that one because I didn't watch it. So let's go to the other game. But I mean, just something I could tell you from there. You know, some of the guys, you know, that are maybe on the bubble, like Andrianza or I don't know, Astudillo, maybe not on the bubble per se, but like playing time wise, doing well. And that's just, you know, good to see because you want your players to do well, even in spring training. So let's go talk about the Twins and Phillies game today. Let's see if we can find this score really quickly. Should have pulled it up beforehand, but I just wanted to jump into here. They tied. So that's great. They tied. Phillies were 6-2. We were 5-4. This one tied, and the other one lost. So now we're 5-5. But we gave up a 2-run shot. Oh, I can't remember who. Romine, I think. Alex Romine, I think was who we gave it up. And that was Barrios who started. And I watched this game. This was part of the live stream that I did earlier as well. But, you know, what can you say? Barrios, I think it's his first time pitching. It was his first start this spring. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe he did one other game. But, you know, still early. I mean, it's nothing to really complain about. You know, as long as he doesn't do it in the real season, I don't care. So let's just start with the pitching. He went 2 1/3 innings with 3 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. He shut him down in the first 2 innings. He went like, what, 24 pitches in 2 innings, I think. Was really solid. And then he gave up a hit, a home run, and a walk, and they pulled him. I got an out in there as well. But, I mean, started out hot, and, it's fine. Like I said, as long as he doesn't do it in the real series at spring training, it's good to see him out there. It's good to see him doing well. But when he gives up, a couple of hits, you kind of just say, oh, well. And once again, I mentioned this yesterday, doing well, it's just like, okay, cool. You did well. Good job. Keep doing it. If you suck, stop sucking. You get over it. So that's because of the spring training. So Pat Dean came in next, went 2 and 2/3 innings, not 2 and 2/3 innings, 2/3 innings, struck out 1. Then Martin Perez came in. Not bad a day for him. 3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, and 2 hits. So definitely a good thing for him. And I mentioned this, I think, in that trade video. I was complaining about him a lot. I did say he was maybe not the smartest pickup for the Twins. But that's because I think we should put him in the bullpen. Again, I can make another video on like the whole starting lineups and everything. I will probably once it gets a little closer. But I really like him in the bullpen. I don't think he's a starter. I don't think he's a bad pitcher. I mean, his stats don't really prove that. But to have him throw a couple of innings as a reliever, I like that. He's built for a starter. I have that pitching strategy video that I talked about a while ago. Maybe I might redo that one as well. But you've got these players who, you've got your starters that go 4 innings. You got your closers that go the 5th and 6th. And then a long reliever who is basically a starter, but coming in the relief position. I like that for him. And, he did well today. Again, spring training. You just got to hope he continues to do well. But, hey, that's better than giving up 7 runs and 7 hits in 2.1 innings or whatever Chase Young did. So, not bad for him. Next up was Preston Guillemette. Guillemette. I don't know how to say that guy's name. I never heard of these guys, to be honest. I'm sorry. He threw 1 inning and 3 strikeouts, so good job for him. Ryan Eades had 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and then Ryan Harper threw 1 inning, 1 hit, and 1 strikeout. So I'm not exactly sure how the other guys got those runs across. Well, I know how the first 2 runs came across, but then I stopped watching. I went to eat, and then I watched the race today. But the Phillies tied it up in the top of the 9th inning, and we never recovered from that. On the bottom of the 9th inning, because they don't play extras. So we scored 3 runs on 7 hits. Same with the Phillies, but we had an error. I'm not sure if that's why they scored or not. I guess I'd have to go back and look at it, but you can let me know down in the comments below. I just watched the first 3 innings today. But, what can you do? It's spring training. So, a tie is better than a loss, but, we definitely had that game in the bag for a while. So, let's go and talk about the hitters real quick. So, Max Kepler led things off, 2 hits, 3 at-bats, 1 RBI. Again, probably our leadoff hitter for this season. What I've been seeing, I like it, especially how he's been doing. I noticed today he looks a lot bigger. This is the first time I got to see him on TV. He looks a lot bigger, more muscular, like he's more athletically built. Over the winter, he's been working out. So, if he gained a little speed, maybe, we're looking at a solid leadoff hitter. And then Jorge Polanco is next. I like that one, too. He went 0 for 2 with a walk. Brent Rooker also came in, went 0 for 1. We'll skip Randy Caesar, 0 for 1. Well, I guess I just said a stat anyways. Marvin Gonzalez, another 0 for 3 day. Again, spring training. Hopefully he'll get past it, get the bumps out of the way. I'm not exactly sure, just adjusting to the new setup, the new team, his new position. I don't know. It looks like he's going to play third at least until Sano gets back, which makes sense. And then it'll be interesting to see where he goes from there. But, he's 0 for 5 to start off the season. It's not great, but, it's start of the season, and he'll get over it. Drew Maggi went 1 for 1. Eddie Rosario 0 for 3 today, so coming off of his home run yesterday, not too hot today, but he'll get over it. John Kemmer went 0 for 1. CJ Cron 0 for 2 with a walk and a run, so he scored, which is good because he was the guy. Schoop also hit a home run, which I'll mention in 1 second. So he's next, I guess. Schoop went 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a run, so he hit a home run today. It was a really nice shot. And I was talking to Zach. Shout out to you, man. You're always on the videos. you know, you said you're hoping for what, 26 home runs from Schoop. You know, that'd be great. And you know, he looked good today in his game. So it looks like every day the Twins are going to have one solid guy, maybe two solid guys, and then it's just going to be about being productive with those three guys. So that's what's going to win you games. You're not going to, you're not going to have the whole team show up every day, but those 1 to 2 players who do show up every day will, if they can, get some run support. That's all you need. I mean, that's what the Twins struggled with last year, was the run support, and so far they're doing well. They're not doing bad, at least. So next up was Gilberto Celestiano, 0 for 1. Lucas Duda went 2 for 3 today with a run, so good for him. Ben Rovette, 1 for 1. Byron Buxton, 0 for 1. Then we got a bunch of guys who, I guess Castro's in there, 0 for 2. Talise went 0 for 2. And Luis, I don't know how to say this guy's name because I've never heard of him before either. Luis Arias, he went 0 for 0 with a walk. So, what can you say? What can you say from today? Like I just mentioned, it looks like 1 to 2 Twins players, maybe 3 players every day are showing up, and that's great because that's what we need them to do. It's just when we get, 2 runs, 3 runs, because of those players and the rest of the team is just kind of there, you need to capitalize on those 3 players. So unfortunately, you let an error get to you, or you let a walk get to you, and then you struggle, and that's what the Twins did last year. So it's good to see them at least tie today. But like I said, they had this one in the bag, so I just keep working on the players who need to step up every day and then really work towards that. It's going to be, if Duda gets a hit, send him around. That's the kind of thing it's going to be. Buxton gets a hit, lay down a bunt, move him over, have him steal a base. It's just going to be the little things and consistency that's going to make this team a World Series team. So that's pretty much all I got to you for today. There is a special video coming out either later tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on what time I get this up and everything. So look for that. It's pretty big news, and we'll talk about that later. But thank you so much for watching today. If you like the videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Otherwise, we will see you tonight or tomorrow for more Twins news.